Good evening, children. How are you all? I hope everyone are doing fine. Let us begin with the new chapter, that is reproduction in plants. Okay. So what do you mean by reproduction, children? So we shall see basic introduction to this chapter, and we shall see and learn about two types of reproduction, but in this video I'll be explaining only one type of reproduction. Okay, so we shall study this interesting topic, children. So let's begin. Coming to a basic introduction to the chapter. So what do you mean by reproduction? So we can just split out the words into two, that is re as well as production. Re means again, producing means production means to produce. Okay, so it is producing again and again of a same kind. Okay, so to produce its kind is a characteristics of all living organism. If I ask you people to mention the characteristics of living beings, so we mention one among such living characteristics is reproductions. So you might have learned this in class 6th standard, that is the reproduction or the production of new individuals from their parents is known as reproduction. Okay, so the production of new individuals from their parents is said to be reproduction. But how do plants reproduce? Okay, so there are different modes of reproduction in case of plants. So we shall study that in this chapter. Okay. So coming to modes of reproduction. So in class 6, you might have learned about different parts of flowering plant, right? So can you just list out that various parts of a plant, and can you write it down, the function of each part of the plant? Yes, I want you people to do it, and we shall discuss that in the live session. Okay, so most plants have roots, stem and leaves. Okay, so these are called the vegetative parts of a plant, isn't it? So if I ask you people to draw a plant and label the parts, so you might know what are the function of different parts of a plant body, right? And most of the plants have roots, stem and leaves, right? And these are the essential features of a plant, right? So these parts, what I have said now, that is roots, stems and leaves, they are called to be as vegetative parts of a plant. Okay, after a certain period of growth, what plants do is most plants bear flowers, isn't it? So you might have seen the mango tree flowering in spring season. Okay, so it is these flowers which gives rise to juicy mango fruit we gonna enjoy in summer, isn't it? So we eat the fruits and usually discard the seeds, but these seeds gonna germinate and form a new plants. Okay, so the function of flower. So what is the function of flower here? So flower perform the function of reproduction in the plants. Okay, so that is the reason flowers are called as reproductive parts. Coming to the several ways by which plant is producing their offsprings. Okay, so offsprings means their young ones. Okay, so these are categorized into two types, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So in today's class we shall study only about asexual reproduction. So in asexual reproduction, plant can give rise to new plants without seeds. So whereas in sexual reproduction, new plants are obtained from seeds. So that is the main difference. Okay, so we shall learn only asexual reproduction. So what happens in asexual reproduction? In asexual reproduction, new plants are obtained without production of seeds. Seeds produce agdalene ಹೊಸ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಗೆ ಅದು it will give birth, it give rise to the new plant. Okay, without the production of seeds. So we call it as asexual reproduction. That means only single parent is involved in this mode of reproduction. So we shall study about asexual reproduction. Okay, first is, in case of asexual reproduction, as we learned, new plants are obtained without the production of seeds. So first we shall study about vegetative propagation. So what do you mean by vegetative propagation? So it is a type of asexual reproduction in which new plants are produced from roots, stems, leaves as well as buds. Okay, so vegetative propagation andre ಏನು? ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ asexual reproduction. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹೊಸ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ? ರೂಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಸಿಂದ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಲೀವ್ಸಿಂದ ಅಥವಾ ಬಡ್ಸಿಂದ ಹೊಸ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟು ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಹೊಸ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ by a seed ear because it belongs to asexual reproduction kind of mode, right? So what we call this as, because it is happening with the parts of plant, so we call it as vegetative propagation. Okay, so we shall see how vegetative production or propagation happens in case of plants. First method is stem cutting of rows. So ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ವೆಜಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರೊಪಗೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ರೂಟ್, ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ cutting of a stem of rose, stem cutting of rose. So when you cut the stem of a rose and you plant it in different pot, so that stem is going to produce a new plant, right? For that you have an activity in your textbook. What you're supposed to do is cut a branch of rose or champa. You can take this both the plants, okay, with a nod. Nod means ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಬಡ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. So you should search for a bud and then you should cut a stem. Okay, now bury the cutting in the soil. Now you place that cutting in the soil. A node is a part of the stem. Okay, what is node, children? Node is nothing but the part of the stem or a branch at which a leaf is going to arise. Okay, ಸಣ್ಣ ಬಡ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೀಫ್ ಬಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಬೋವ್ ದ ರೂಟ್. So what happens next day, you keep on watering the cutting every day and observe the growth of it, and observe and record the number of days taken for the roots to come out and also new leaves to arise. Okay, so try the same activity by growing money plant in a jar or water and record your observation. Okay, so you must have seen flower buds that is going to develop into flowers, isn't it? So apart from flower buds, so there are buds in the axial point that is said to be leaf bud. Okay, so that is a point of attachment of a leaf at the nod. Okay, so which going to develop into shoots, and these buds are called as vegetative buds because it is giving rise to new plant. So a bud consists of a short stem around which immature overlapping of leaves. Immature means they have still a tiny leaves, right? So which is overlapping on each other. Okay, vegetative buds can also give rise to new plant. Okay, next activity 12.2 it is. Okay, mentioned as 12.1, so it is 12.2. So take a fresh potato and observe the scars on it with the help of magnifying glass, or you can, it is visible to the naked eyes itself. Okay, so we may find buds in them. So these scars or buds are called as eyes. Okay, I think you might have seen in the kitchen. Okay, cut the potato into small portions, each with an eye. So ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, that bud has to be present on the top of the potato. So making that in a note, you should cut the potato into a slice. Okay, and bury them in a soil and water them regularly for few days, and you see that a new plant has been grown. Okay, so likewise we can also do it for ginger as well as turmeric. So here is an example of bryophyllum. Okay, so bryophyllum will grow out of sprouts of leaf. Can you see small leaf like arising in the parent plant? Yes, so bryophyllum, this is a kind of plant. Okay, so you can see buds in the margin of the leaves. If a leaf of this plant falls on a moist soil, each bud will give rise to a new plant. Okay, So roots of some plants can also give rise to new plants. For example, sweet potato and dahlia are all examples for a growing plants. So plants such as cacti that is producing new plants. So when their parts get detached from the main plant body, so each detached part can grow into a new plant. Okay, so plant produced by vegetative propagation take very less time, children. Okay, very less time it takes to grow, and it will bear flowers and fruits when it grow large. Okay, and also produce like compared to the seed producing plant, so this also starts growing. Okay, so the new plant are exact copies of the parent cell here, parent plant. Okay, it looks similar to the parent plant because it is produced from a single parent. Okay, fine. So we shall see other examples, that is ginger. Okay, so ginger with new plants sprouting from it. So if you sow this ginger in the soil and water them regularly, you can see that new ginger plant is been grown. Okay, so even for turmeric also. So next we shall see about about next kind of asexual reproduction in case of yeast. Okay, that is, we call that type of reproduction as budding. Okay, we have already learnt about the tiny organisms like yeast. So can be seen only under a microscope. Okay, this is not visible to the eye, naked eye. We can only see these organisms through microscope. Okay, so these grow and multiply every few hours. So every few hours it undergo reproduction. Okay, if only there is a sufficient nutrients available to them, they every hour, every few hours they go on undergo reproduction. Okay, so we know that yeast is a single celled organism. By the way, how it will reproduce? Okay, we need to take a piece of yeast cake or yeast powder from a bakery or from chemist shop. So we need to take a pinch of yeast and place it in a container with some water. Okay, add a spoonful of sugar and shake to dissolve it. Keep it in the warm part of a room, and after an hour put a drop of this liquid on the glass slide and observe under the microscope. So what do we observe is, so we see the formation of new yeast cell like this. First will be the yeast cell, next we can see there is a developing bud, and the bud is fully developed and it will form a chain like formation. Okay, so the small bulb like projection that is coming out from the yeast cell is called as a bud. Okay, so the bud gradually grows and gets detached from the parent cell and it forms a new yeast cell. Okay, so the new yeast cell will grow and it will mature and it will again produce more yeast cell. So sometimes another bud arises from bud forming chain of another bud. So if this continues, what happens? The large number of yeast cells are produced in a very short time, isn't it? So next is fragmentation. So you might have seen slimy green patches in ponds or in any stagnant water bodies. So these are said to be algae. Okay, so when water and nutrients are available to this algae, they grow and multiply continuously by the process of fragmentation. Okay, an algae breaks up into two or more fragments. So when it cut into two or more fragments, those cuts of fragments of algae will grow into a new plant. Okay, so this process continues and they cover a large area in a very short period of time. Fine, so this is one of the process, that is fragmentation is a kind of vegetative propagation. Not vegetative, it is kind of asexual reproduction in case of Spirogyra, that is algae. So we call this as Spirogyra. So next is spore formation. So children, in chapter 1 we have learnt about fungi, right? So fungi are grown on bread piece, right? So the spores is gonna spread in the hair also. Okay, and here you can observe the spores. Okay, it looks like cotton like mesh on the bread. Okay, when spores are released, they keep floating in the hair. As they are very light, they can cover a long distance. ಅದು ಲೈಟ್ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it can easily move in the air for a long distance. So spores are said to be asexual reproductive bodies. So each spore is covered by a hard protective coat. So why? Because it has to withstand the unfavorable condition. So it is going to protect the spores, right? So ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಲೋ ಹ್ಯುಮಿಡಿಟಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, so these are called unfavorable condition to the spores. So we are, that has a very thick and protective coat on the spore. Okay, so they can survive for a long time. So under favorable condition, what happens? Favorable condition andre, so which helps the spore to germinate. Okay, so that spores germinate and it will develop into a new individual. Fine. So plants such as moss and ferns, okay, you can see here. So ferns I have not shown. Okay, ferns plant. So if you see the back side of a fern plant, you can see spores. Okay, I'll show it in the live session. So that spores, if they fall on the moist soil, okay, so that gives rise to a new plant. Fine. So these are about the asexual reproduction in plants. Fine. I hope you have followed the content, that is asexual reproduction in plants. So this is very like interesting, and you know that the methods to grow plants, right? Okay, so I'll be sending worksheet, children. So I'll send the class work, do complete it, and have a good day.